Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do some make-aheads. What I'd like to do is make some matchbooks. One of my subscribers and Facebook members wanted me to do matchbooks, so that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to leave these very basic so that we can decide later where we want them to go. Most everything that I do has some kind of flowers in it, so most everything I do has some kind of lace in it. We'll use some generic words. I just came across this sticker sheet and I thought, okay, let's use this. That way I can get them out of the way. Now what I think is really cool about this is these are embossed, and I'm wondering when I finish pulling out all these words if I can go over this maybe with either a crayon or a colored pencil on some coffee dyed paper or even white paper, and get a second use out of this sheet. I don't know. I'm going to try it and see what happens. We'll see. Anyway, this is really easy. Now, I got this idea from Lindsay at the Frugal crafter, and she did them a little bit differently. These are just stickers, vellum stickers that I got. I can't remember the name of the subscription box, but My Creative something. These came in there, and I've used a few of them on the tag collab, but I haven't used them since, and I came across them this morning and I thought those would be perfect for this project. We're going to use just a little bit of ribbon and some stickers, and I have coffee dyed cardstock here. And I have some coffee dyed paper here. We'll talk about that in a minute. You could totally do this with scraps. But this is 8.5 by 11. We're just going to divide it evenly into 4 pieces. So I'm going to divide it in half at 5.5, and then I'm going to divide those in half at 2 3/4. And that will give us 4 bases for our matchbooks. Now I need to pay attention because I don't want to cut things wrong, so I'm going to do 5.5 instead of 6.5. That looks right. Okay, now I'm going to come back to 2 3/4. Okay, that'll give me 2 bases, and come back again at 2 3/4, and that will give me 2 more bases. This one happens to be lined from, the drying rack that I had it on. This side is not lined, so I'll probably use that side for the outside. Not that it matters. Okay, so those are our 4 bases. Now I need my scoring board. We are going, and I have a little prototype here. You know what a matchbook is. You know, it's stapled here on the bottom, there's paper inside, and it closes like a matchbook. There's no one size for these. You can make them any size you want. I happen to be using an 8.5 by 2 3/4 inch strip. So I've written myself some notes. The size of the paper is 2 3/4 by 8.5. I'm going to score at 3.5 and 7.5 on the right side. So the side I want to use, I'm going to pull this one out. So this is the inside. I'm going to go down. So I want 3.5 and 7.5. And like I said, I'm using cardstock. Now, excuse me, if you have a directional paper, you're going to want to be aware of that because it's either going to be upside down this way or this way. So, and if you have a tall design and it folds in half, you're going to get the bottom half. So just be aware of that. That's why I'm using the coffee dyed. You could do a paper that has a random design with no up or down or side. That would be perfect for this. So anyway, 3.5, 7.5. So let's do that again. 3.5. 7.5. All right. 3.5. 7.5. Now, Lindsay mentioned using these as place settings for like Thanksgiving or parties, whatever. And she puts a, what do you call it? Spine kind of thing. So I will leave the link to her video below. I've taken that out and just folded it at the top. So mine's a little bit different, a little bit taller, but isn't that what we do? We take someone else's idea and we make it our own. That's the idea. Okay, so we will fold this and we'll fold this and we have our matchbook. Okay, we will put a staple in this about a ½ inch up, and that will allow us to get that piece out. So for the paper, I have 3 pieces of coffee dyed paper that are these are 2.5. That gives us a 1/8 of an inch on either side of the paper, on either side of the cover. And then all I've done is stacked 3 pieces and fold them in half. And then I'm going to trim this down because it's a little long for this particular size. I'm going to trim this down to 3 3/4, which, yeah, I don't have that measurement on my cutter. I'll make sure I can go through those 6 layers, and I did. Yay! All right, so what we're going to do is take this paper. I've just left the fold. You could cut the fold off if you wanted. I cut this side because that way it evens up. I'm sticking this right here, and I'm just kind of eyeballing between the 2 sides. Doesn't have to be exact. And then I know this piece is 1 inch, so I want to come right in the middle for the staple. I'm going to turn it around this way because my staple works better that way. And you could do, see, I may have to come back with a different stapler, but you get the idea. This stapler is probably, oh gosh, it doesn't have a date on it, but I would guess it's at least 40 years old. And it's true, but sometimes when it gets to the end and needs, no, it's full of staples. I don't know. It's probably just too thick. But you could punch a hole in this and put a brad through here, or an eyelet. You could punch a couple of holes and tie some ribbon through here. Lots of options. But now we've got all these paper here, and we've got the booklet that closes like such. Okay, so let's do that again 4 more times. And I've gone ahead and trimmed these down already. These were the ones that, yeah, I left notes to myself everywhere. So let's do that. Let's see if this one staples any better. Yes, okay, that one's good. So I may be able to just fix that one. And then that goes under there. Okay, not only that, but that didn't go all the way through to the back, so I do need to redo it. I'm going to put a piece of lace to cover the staple there. There again, if you did the 2 holes with the ribbon, it's already decorated. So, okay, one more time. Get that in between. Yeah, this is a great make-ahead project. Oh, that one didn't go through very well, but we'll fix it off camera. Maybe your stapler will be better than mine. It's been around for a while. I think sometimes it just gets cranky. And maybe it's because I don't squeeze as well as I used to. Maybe it's me. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, that's not wanting to go. So I don't want to bang that in your ear. Usually I'll, smack it. I think I need to get an industrial stapler. But anyway, let's decorate this one first. Yeah, I'm just going to take and I'm going to put a piece of lace across here, I think. let's cut that so it's somewhat even, and that way I can center it and trim it. Oops. And yeah, that'll be cute. This can tuck into a pocket somewhere. There again, like Lindsay said, it would make a great table place setting if we're ever allowed to have company again. So, okay, let's see. I'll try to get that mostly even, and then I'll trim that off. Okay, very nice. And you can decorate these up as much as you want. Now see, I think that is very simple, very pretty. Now, let me see how much problems I have getting the backing off of these. Okay guys, this is the hardest part of the project right here, getting the backing off the sticker. And I'm just gonna kind of want that to be somewhat centered, like that. Alright, now let's see what we've got over here in our words. And let's use the brown. I like this. Fabulous. I am going to add a little glue to this because I don't remember where these stickers came from. I don't remember how old they are, and I don't want to take a chance with that falling off. So a little bit of glue there, and put that there like so. You see, now that's simple, and if you wanted to, I hope I didn't mess up the camera. I got a new ring light, and you know, you get what you pay for. It's a 6-inch ring light, which is great, but the cable, the twisty cable, is not very. It has to be in a certain position, and if you adjust it, it just flops down. So it works when it works. All right. So yeah, I think that looks good. And then of course we can go ahead and ink this as well. We could ink the inside. Probably should have inked this before we decorated it, but you know, what do they say? It is what it is. All right. So there you go. What do you think? I like it. All right. So I am going to go ahead and fix these staples and decorate the final 3 off camera, and I'll be back to show you what I did. All right. So here's the one we did together, the Fabulous. And I just repeated the same thing. That's the trick to make a head. And I think it's been 10 minutes since I left you. So these were really quick. I used 2 hands on my stapler and told it what for, and it worked fine. So yeah, these came out really, really cute. And you know, you can decorate the back if you want. I don't think it's necessary. I'm just going to tuck them in a pocket. Sometimes less is more. This one would have been great in Shell's book journal that she did a couple weeks ago or last week, the iris. But yeah, these are kind of neat little vellum stickers, so they kind of just disappear into the background. And also, I didn't have any problem peeling them apart when I was off camera. It's just the on camera, you know, things don't work. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you'll make some. You could make a ton of these. Give yourself a couple hours. You could probably have 50 of them if you would do it assembly line style. But these are a lot of fun, so I can't wait to put them in my stash. I'm working on collecting some stuff so that I don't have to recreate everything. And it's the perfect scrap buster. Next month I'm going to be focusing on getting things off my desk. This would be great for using those little extra pieces of tiny ephemera that you don't use in out of a collection, because sometimes those collections come with so much stuff I just can't use it all. But these finish 4 by 2 3/4, so perfect size for a journal insert or a small gift token. Yeah, a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed that. I know I'm repeating myself. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone.